Corporate Golf Calendar, where top corporates go head-to-head with the finest professional golfers. An exclusive circuit across multiple cities. Aspirational, unforgettable. NDTV Golf Pro-Am, India's #1 golf Pro-Am is here. The course of champions, the conversation of leaders. NDTV Golf Pro-Am, stay tuned.
The NDTV Profit has come a long ways.
You are the new schools and colleges which people are getting access to education from.
ने बढ़िया आपका काम किया, आपके तो नाम में ही प्रॉफिट लगा हुआ भाई.
In the world of money and markets, the real currency is clarity.
So you guys have democratized information, and I think first you seeded the market, now the market is seeding you back out there.
Decisive, discerning, distinct. NDTV Profit isn't just business news.
We are like visiting faculty occasionally who come and get a chance to share what we can, but I think it's a great service.
It's the new language of markets, and the voices that move markets know it. Understand markets, decode money through the masters who shape them.
I think you're trying to get knowledge to smaller cities and towns, making it simple for retail investors. I think what you're doing is also contributed to the Indian capital markets and Indian economy.
When leaders speak of markets, they speak to NDTV Profit.
The NDTV Profit has come a long way since it was relaunched.
I hope you're watching NDTV Profit a lot.
Absolutely, you can come to my office and you can see.
Neeraj, Tamanna and the entire Profit team is also working super hard on building a world-class financial news product. And therefore, it's good that you're watching, and I hope you can see some churn and improvement as well.
No, absolutely. I think the NDTV Profit has come a long way since it was relaunched. And so I'm pretty pleased that what we require for the investor is a correct advice, correct information, and in a right way.
NDTV Good Times is something that we're supremely excited about.
We just don't want to do live entertainment. We want to create experience for you.
And NDTV Good Times is one of the most marquee and iconic ideas that NDTV came up with.
मेरा जो रिश्ता है एनडीटीवी के साथ वो बहुत बहुत पुराना है.
सोनू निगम के लिए जोरदार तालियां.
Presenting the all-knowing, all-powerful Tech Guru.
Whoa. Guru? I'm no guru.
Okay.
I'm just a guy who loves his tech.
A show where the mysteries of megabytes and motherboards shall be unraveled.
Hello and welcome to NDTV Profit. You're watching Ask Profit, a show that solves all your stock-related queries. So do start sending them. You can either WhatsApp us on the number that's flashing on the top of your screen. You can also call us, talk directly to us on the stock-related queries that you might have for today on the number that's flashing on the bottom of your screen. Before we do all of that, it's a very interesting morning to say the least. Let's quickly look at how the markets are doing, because in the last 20 to 30 minutes, we have seen a strong pullback on the Nifty 50, up almost 87 points now as we speak, and you're seeing that spike continuing. It'll be a very interesting session because we had all the indicators for a flattish day to say the least for today, giving up some of those negative cues that we had from the last couple of days. So today marks a very important day for some key levels. For the Nifty, 25,900 will be the key one. If we can close above that, will be something that the market will take positive cognizance on. Look at the heat map, give you perspective of the Nifty 50 as well in terms of a couple of stocks. The likes of Asian Paints amongst others were the top gainers. For Reliance, the contribution is the highest right now, batting there for the bulls. Mahindra and Mahindra, Kotak Mahindra is the other ones. Let's also look at the heat map very quickly also. Eicher Motors, M&M, as well as Adani Ports and Hindalco are the top gainers for the Nifty 50 as we speak. Eicher is up almost 2% now at the day's highest point. On the losing end though, we have some struggles on stocks like Eternal, the second consecutive day. But in the downtick today, the advanced decline ratio will also give you perspective of what's happening in the broader markets as well. At the start, we were in a 2:1 ratio for the advanced decline. That is the other one that we continue to track right now. Or it's almost moved up to almost 4 times in terms of the advances at 1900 versus 509 decline. So that's a key positive trend. Mid cap and small cap will show you that perspective also. Mid cap almost up 0.3%. The small cap index too is in the green with up almost 0.54%. And the BSE 500 is the last one I want to quickly highlight before I move on to the stock related queries. It's an interesting day because we have Hindustan Zinc, because of the silver prices continuing their up move, up almost 4% in trade. I want to highlight Welspun Living, Chambal Fertilizers as well. A couple of stocks that were in the downtick in the last week. On the negative side though, Paytm is down 2.7%. So is Eris Life Sciences and Triveni Turbine as well. But a couple of key aspects that we continue to track is what's happening with Indigo and the flights. You have a SpiceJet statement coming in that they're planning to introduce 100 additional flights during the winter schedule. Stock was up almost 4% at one point of time yesterday also. So over the last 1 week, if you can get that chart for SpiceJet, it'll give you a perspective of that because while a lot of those gains have sold off today for SpiceJet, started off with a 4% uptick. In the last 1 week, almost up 7 to 8%. So we will continue to monitor that. They also had their analyst day where they gave some positive commentary. So that's one space. The other one is what we're getting in terms of tech spending. So we will get you some perspective during the show from Satya Nadella of Microsoft, giving us some perspective of what they want to do in India. Just had some flashes on the screen that Amazon is investing $35 billion, and this will have a direct impact on the IT players in some or the other way. So we will see a long-term view of what happens with those companies. And finally, the IPO ones, 3 listings today, 2 new issues that are opening today as well. Let's quickly look at what Meesho is doing. Up almost 46% of what it started with. That momentum has continued for the markets. And, stocks up almost 57% as we speak. AKS is the other interesting one. A loss-making entity, but market gave way for some perspective on AKS, up almost 20% now. Started with a 12 to 13% uptick, but Meesho is continuing that positive momentum. It's a similar one that we saw for what happened with Grow as well, because 100 rupees was the target, was the issue price for Grow. 112 is where it listed, and since then the momentum has been consistent. But Meesho is one that we continue to track, a differentiated business model for the company. It will shake up, have some impact on the other logistics players like delivery amongst others as well, because delivery is a key revenue generator for Meesho, and they get a lot of orders from Meesho as well. So that will be something that we continue to track as well. But let me go across to Rajesh Agarwal. He's the head of research at Om Capital. Because before we get you some more perspective on Meesho as well, Rajesh, very good morning. Thanks so much for joining in today. While I'm not sure if you have a direct view on Meesho, it's a positive listing to say the least, and will expand the market in that sense. How do you view Meesho at this point of time?
Good morning. As far as Meesho is concerned, we have come out with the IPO report on that with a subscribe rating. And as you see that Meesho has carved out a niche in Tier 2 and Tier 3 cities where Amazon and Flipkart are still struggling to make some inroads, I would say, and they have turned free cash flow positive in last year. Although the bottom line is still in negative, and I don't think in the near future it would be in positive. So the bottom line is going to be in negative because of various reasons that e-commerce players regularly face. But the thing is, it has a scarcity premium to it because this is a only value e-com player that is listed. So there is some kind of institutional interest too. But at these valuation, maybe it's trading at around 60-70,000 odd crore at this point of time. But because 50,000 odd crore was on the upper band, so it's around 70,000 odd crore. And at these levels, I would be little skeptical in buying new. somebody holding can continue to hold for maybe somebody got an IPO allotment can continue to hold for a target of maybe 190 odd rupees. But a partial profit booking is would be a prudent advice, I would say.
So partial profit booking on Meesho, but we have my colleague Jasmeet also, who's speaking directly to the management on the IPO. Let's listen in to that conversation.
Bottom line changing going forward.
Yeah, so I think like we just kind of mentioned that we have been, the way we have built our business, we are still scratching the surface of what is e-commerce adoption in the country. So I think for the very immediate future, we'll continue to invest behind growth, and we are seeing good results of that. Last year, if you saw, we grew by about 29% year on year. First half of this year, we're growing at about 44% NMV growth year on year. So we are seeing very good results of the investments that we are doing in the growth of our business. And till such time that it is a very fast growing growth market, we want to kind of make sure that we are serving our mission statement of democratizing e-commerce for everyone, bringing all those customers and sellers and logistics partners online. And doing so, we'll continue to kind of focus on making sure that we are not diluting shareholders by kind of being less capital efficient. So we continue to generate significant amount of free cash flow, and we'll continue to be on that path. And like I was mentioning before, as our monetization levers around advertisement, logistics, other services that we provide continue to grow, we'll also keep on compounding on the other metrics of profitability, be it EBITDA or PAT.
Well, thank you for that. My second question is regards to the in-house logistics services. Currently, it contributes 65% to the overall top. So do you see that expanding going forward, and how will that change post the listing? Have you all planned any new strategic investments in that particular domain?
Yeah, so as Harish mentioned earlier also, we don't take a specific goal on how big that should be. Who gets volumes is totally dependent on the kind of cost, like the particular service offers to our merchants. So if an external partner, not Valmo, is able to offer a much low cost, we are very happy to give that volumes to those partners. And we have great third-party logistics partners as well who are also trying to push and become better and better at cost structure. So we basically think of the entire ecosystem rather than Valmo as separate. Like, it's not that we make more money if only Valmo is running on a platform. We want to grow our ecosystem, and that will grow when every single third-party logistics partner, including Valmo, is able to offer a much lower cost. So I think, in short, we don't take a goal on should that be 65%, 95%, 45%. Our goal is to keep growing our ecosystem much, much faster and keep reducing the cost for all our ecosystem players like consumers, sellers, and so on.
My last question regards to contribution. We have seen that increase from 5.5 to 8 in the past time. So where do you see the contribution going forward? Do you plan on increasing the contribution given the AOV has seen a drop?
So I think contribution is linked to the monetization path that we kind of spoke about. As we continue to make more progress on various levers of monetization, we would expect the contribution margin to go up as well. I think we don't have a specific timeline on that, but we do expect directionally that to kind of improve over a period of time.
Once again.
Thank you.
Well, that's the management of Meesho giving us some key perspective. It will be a key result that we track, but it's a time to slip into a very short break. Come back because the first query is on Kane's Tech, a key stock that we're tracking this morning. Lots more stock queries on the other side.
2025 has been a tremendous year for markets, money and milestones. And we have tracked it all right here.
As the year winds down, we bring you the big moments, the bold calls.
The stories that shaped your money and the trends that will shape the future.
Goodbye 2025. Get set for 2026. Only on NDTV Profit.
Are you ready for the best show in town? NDTV Golf Pro-Am, we are coming to your city. Stay tuned.
The NDTV Profit has come a long way.
You are the new schools and colleges which people are getting access to education from.
ने बढ़िया आपका काम किया, आपके तो नाम में प्रॉफिट लगा हुआ भाई.
In the world of money and markets, the real currency is clarity.
So you guys democratize information, and I think first you seeded the market, now the market is seeding you back out there.
Decisive, discerning, distinct. NDTV Profit isn't just business news.
We are like visiting faculty occasionally who come and get a chance to share what we can, but I think it's a great service.
It's the new language of markets, and the voices that move markets know it. Understand markets, decode money through the masters who shape them.
I think you're trying to get knowledge to smaller cities and towns, making it simple for retail investors. I think what you're doing is also contributing to the Indian capital markets and Indian economy.
When leaders speak of markets, they speak to NDTV Profit.
The NDTV Profit has come a long way.
You are the new schools and colleges which people are getting access to education from.
ने बढ़िया आपका काम किया, आपके तो नाम में प्रॉफिट लगा हुआ भाई.
In the world of money and markets, the real currency is clarity.
So you guys democratize information, and I think first you seeded the market, now the market is seeding you back out there.
Decisive, discerning, distinct. NDTV Profit isn't just business news.
We are like visiting faculty occasionally who come and get a chance to share what we can, but I think it's a great service.
It's the new language of markets, and the voices that move markets know it. Understand markets, decode money through the masters who shape them.
I think you're trying to get knowledge to smaller cities and towns, making it simple for retail investors. I think what you're doing is also contributing to the Indian capital markets and Indian economy.
When leaders speak of markets, they speak to NDTV Profit.
NDTV Good Times is something that we're supremely excited about.
Welcome back to Ask Profit. Let's start with the second query for today, and that's on Keynes Tech. It's a very interesting one. Stocks down 4% in trade today after a 14% up move on the upside yesterday. Siva from Canada is asking if it's a good time to buy into the stock. He's also asked if it's a good time to buy Reliance, L&T, M&M, amongst others. So let me go across to Rajesh Agarwal. Rajesh, firstly on Keynes Tech, what would you recommend Siva to do? And if Reliance, L&T as well as M&M would be a better play right now to enter at this point?
Good morning, Vaishali. As far as Keynes is concerned, I think at this point of time, I would like to avoid that because of a whole lot of corporate governance issue that has cropped up. And secondly, all these companies were trading at a much, much higher valuations, almost on 3-digit Ps. So a correction was bound to happen, and it's going to happen in some other companies too. I don't say the corporate governance would be there in everywhere, but valuations are very rich in almost many companies where they are trading at 3 times P and the peer set, I would say. So this correction was going to happen, and I think there would be more correction going forward. Although the fact remains the company is doing well, they have moved into semiconductors too, and that's going to be a big story going forward. But at this point of time, I would avoid. As far as other counters like Reliance, L&T, and M&M are concerned, there are all three of them are a buy from our side, especially Reliance, because of the fact that the Geo platform and retail, they are doing well with 19,000 odd stores in Reliance Retail. That's one of the that's the largest, I would say, in the retail chain ecosystem in our country. And once any corporate action happens, that would be a much bigger trigger. And apart from that, they're moving into renewable energy, doing a whole lot of things. OTC business is doing well. So Reliance is a buy from our side. When you talk of L&T, the kind of order book this company has, around 6 trillion order book, that speaks volumes about that. And every quarter, new orders are being added. And if we believe in Indian infrastructure, Indian economy, I think L&T is a good proxy play. And M&M again is both You said the rural and urban theme with the tractors and cars doing well. So all three are buying from a side.
Got it. Well, that's Rajesh's view on Keynes Tech as well as the other three counters. But the next question we have is the first caller for today from Mysuru. Vishwas is dialing for a stock query. Vishwas, very good morning and welcome to Ask Profit, and thanks for patiently waiting by. What's your query?
Hi, sir. Good morning, sir.
Good morning, Vishwas. Go ahead.
Sir, Wari Renewable Technology in 300 quantity. In average price 1030 in short term in 3 months. Profit in loss in 25,000 in seller or sir. Please technical analysis, sir.
Got it. Got your query, Vishwas. Vaishali, very good morning and welcome to Ask Profit. What would you recommend Vishwas to do with Wari Renewables? His buy price is 1,030, currently trading at 937. What should he do?
Very good morning, all of you. So yes, Wari Renewable has really corrected substantially. Currently also there is no reversal in trend, but since it's an absolutely oversold zone, we can expect a bounce. So I would suggest continue holding now that you are already holding at these levels with a stop loss of 900 levels. So if we see a reversal coming in, the stock can bounce at least to 1,000, 1,050. So that is how I would look at this stock, and my view would be to hold right now.
Got that view, Vaishali, but we have another caller now coming in from Hyderabad. Dheeraj is dialing for a stock query. Dheeraj, very good morning. Welcome to Ask Profit. What's your query?
Good morning, sir. My query is regarding Apollo Hospitals, sir. I'm holding 15 shares of Apollo Hospitals at 7120, sir.
Okay.
So could I hold it for the next 3-4 months, sir?
Next 3 to 4 months, got it. Vaishali, again a short-term query on Apollo Hospitals. It's trading to very similar price of where Dheeraj bought it. What should he do with this counter?
So I would say actually this too, I would suggest, if it's really for trading perspective, then keep a stop loss of 6,980. But I would suggest such a stock should be held on for a long-term perspective. And even if there is a decline, say around 6,800, I would say add more, because overall hospital healthcare, they are likely to continue to do well. So purely from a trading perspective, keep a stop loss of 6,980 levels, or else for a longer term perspective, I would say accumulate even at dip.
Well, the next query that's coming in is on HG Infra. It's a stock that's seen quite a healthy correction, and Shimoga is writing in this query. They've been holding the shares at 890, which was a decent level, got broken down again. So currently sitting at a loss of almost 11,000. Asking whether you should hold or sell. Rajesh, it's been a one-way downtick from almost 1,550 for this counter. What would you recommend on HG Infra for Shimoga?
See, I think one can continue to hold at these levels. The valuations have corrected, the prices have corrected quite a lot, and now the valuations are on a comfortable level. So it's not only the HG Infra that is corrected around 50%. We see a whole lot of mid-cap and small-cap counters that have corrected in the last few months by more than 50 to 70%. So there are various reasons for that. At this point of time, HG Infra, considering its order book and other things, I think one can continue to hold for maybe a target of 850 odd rupees in the next 6 to 9 months.
Got the view, Rajesh, and pardon me, that was a query that was coming in from Shweta on HG Infra. Hopefully that view helps from Rajesh Agarwal. But it's time now for a first round of the rapid fire in this edition of Ask Profit. Vaishali as well as Rajesh, you know the drill. Keep your answers on buy, hold or sell so that we can take as many queries as possible. The first one's coming from Khurshid from Delhi. He is a regular viewer asking a view on BSC at the current levels from a long-term perspective. Rajesh, what would you recommend?
Buy.
The next one's on Zentech. Mangaldas is asking, because he's been holding at 1,600 for the next 1 year, what should he do, Rajesh?
Hold.
NCC or SMS Pharma, a good buy at this level, Vaishali?
Buy.
The next one's a short-term view, again on Hindustan Petro. What would you recommend, Vaishali?
Hold.
ICICI Bank from a long-term view, bought at 1,273, Rajesh?
Continue to hold.
Tex Maco Rail, buying price at 163. The next 2 year view, Rajesh?
Add.
The next one's from Ravindra. He's bought Persistent Systems at 3,700. So he's bought at a very good price, holding for the last 3 years. Should he invest more at the current level, Rajesh?
Buy around 5,500.
KPI Green Energy, what should he do? He's been holding 625. Can hold on for some time. Vaishali?
KPI Green is avoid.
The next one that's coming in, okay, got it, Vaishali. The next one that's coming in is on ITC Hotels, bought at 212. And Suman is asking if it's the right time to accumulate more for the long term, Rajesh?
Yes, add.
Next one's coming in on standard glass lining. Is it a good time to buy right now for the next few months, Vaishali?
Calculated risk. Stop loss of 140.
Stop loss of 140 on standard glass. Got it. The next one's Tata Motors passenger vehicle, bought at 389 from Shankar from Bengaluru. Should he hold on or sell right now, Rajesh?
Continue to hold.
MobiKwik bought at 348, 750 shares. What should he do, Swati? Vaishali, pardon me.
MobiKwik hold.
Geo Finance is on ITC Hotels. Again, a quick one. Is it a good time to enter right now, Vaishali?
Yes.
The next one's from Gautam on GTV Engineering. I'm not sure, Vaishali, if you have any coverage on this one. He's bought it at 90 rupees. Ask if he can hold on for some more time.
I don't have this, sorry.
Clean Science Energy bought at 1203, holding for the last 2 years. What should he do, Rajesh?
Add.
Data Patterns bought at 2,550, hold for the next 1 year is what Jose from Kerala is asking. What should he do, Rajesh?
Hold.
Bajaj Holdings, 7 shares bought at 11,770. Vaishali?
Hold.
AU Small Finance Bank bought at 179, including a bonus. So sitting at a very healthy profit of almost 8 to 9 times. Should he hold on for the long term, Rajesh?
Hold.
Well, that's a wrap on the first round of the rapid fire at this edition of Ask Profit. We'll be back with a lot more queries after this very short break. Stay tuned for more.
Woo! 2025 has been a tremendous year for markets, money and milestones. And we have tracked it all right here.
As the year winds down, we bring you the big moments, the bold calls.
The stories that shaped your money and the trends that will shape the future.
Goodbye 2025. Get set for 2026. Only on NDTV Profit.
The most coveted invitation in the Indian corporate golf calendar, where top corporates go head-to-head with the finest professional golfers. An exclusive circuit across multiple cities. Aspirational, unforgettable. NDTV Golf Pro-Am, India's #1 golf Pro-Am is here. The course of champions, the conversation of leaders. NDTV Golf Pro-Am, stay tuned.
The NDTV Profit has come a long way.
You are the new schools and colleges which people are getting access to education from.
नहीं बढ़िया आपका काम किया आपके तो नाम में प्रॉफिट लगा हुआ भाई.
In the world of money and markets, the real currency is clarity.
So you guys democratize information, and I think first you seeded the market, now the market is seeding you back out there.
Decisive, discerning, distinct. NDTV Profit isn't just business news.
We are like visiting faculty occasionally who come and get a chance to share what we can, but I think it's a great service.
It's the new language of markets, and the voices that move markets know it. Understand markets, decode money through the masters who shape them.
I think you're trying to get knowledge to smaller cities and towns, making it simple for retail investors. I think what you're doing is also contributing to the Indian capital markets and Indian economy.
When leaders speak of markets, they speak to NDTV Profit.
The NDTV Profit has come a long way.
You are the new schools and colleges which people are getting access to education from.
नहीं बढ़िया आपका काम क्या आपके तो नाम में प्रॉफिट लगा हुआ भाई.
In the world of money and markets, the real currency is clarity.
So you guys democratize information, and I think first you seeded the market, now the market is seeding you back out there.
Decisive, discerning, distinct. NDTV Profit isn't just business news.
We are like visiting faculty occasionally who come and get a chance to share what we can, but I think it's a great service.
It's the new language of markets, and the voices that move markets know it. Understand markets, decode money through the masters who shape them.
I think you're trying to get knowledge to smaller cities and towns, making it simple for retail investors. I think what you're doing is also contributing to the Indian capital markets and Indian economy.
When leaders speak of markets, they speak to NDTV Profit.
NDTV Good Times is something that we're supremely excited about.
We just don't want to do live entertainment. We want to create experience for you.
Welcome back to Ask Profit, but before we take a lot more queries, time to dive into the F&O markets setup and the cues that are shaping up the trade today. Let's bring in Sharad for a snapshot of what's happening there. Sharad.
Well, the F&O market, the volumes are on the lower side. FIs are taking lower positions just ahead of Fed's FOMC meeting. Yesterday there was long unwinding, and today also it's like even Steven support coming in from Reliance and Kotak. But on the other side, Eternal and TCS, Bajaj Finance are dragging as well. So there will be volatility in the day's trade today, especially in the last 90 odd minutes. And largely we see the Sensex features also in these important levels. These are the levels you're looking at for the call and put options. Largely the PCI numbers are very stable, nothing much to actually have to analyze these numbers. The BankX, the story is remaining the same, but there's a divergence happening, especially if you look at HDFC Bank and ICICI Bank. That's where the downtick is coming in, and ICICI Bank just turned red as well, so that support is also slowly coming out, but it's a very narrow range of movement happening. Same thing goes with the contracts. A very stock specific market today. And looking at the key longs being developed, Hindustan Zinc, the silver prices went up to the record high levels of $61. AU Small Finance Bank also seeing a strong up move, corporate news flow. Short covering for Manappuram Finance. And remember, the gold prices are slightly inching up as well. Adani Energy. And long unwinding, the candidates include PB Fintech and GMR Airports, but not that convincing volumes. And lastly, short build up, that's a big one in Keynes Tech. And also Paytm, that's also seeing a significant sell-off of 3% Stock-specific moves coming in the F&O space, but largely the volumes are on the lower side and not much of volatility.
Well, thanks so much for that, Sharad. But let's go across to our next caller, dialing in from Hyderabad. Kalyani has a stock query for us. Kalyani, very good morning and welcome to Ask Profit. What's your query? Hi, Kalyani. Am I audible to you?
Yeah. Sir, my query is regarding Praj Industries. I know the ma'am is very positive about Praj Industries. I need the opinion of Mr. Rajesh Agarwal.
Got it.
I hold the shares at 355 rupees, but presently it is at somewhere around 305. So can I accumulate some more in this?
Got it. Well, Kalyani, firstly, thanks so much for being a viewer of Ask Profit and knowing already that what Vaishali's view could be. Let me go across to Rajesh Agarwal then, as requested. Rajesh, on Praj Industries, she's bought it at 355. What would you recommend? Is it a good time to accumulate more?
I think Praj is a good hold for a long-term horizon. In a short or medium term, I don't think anything meaningful would happen because as we all know, that crude is trading at a very low level. So unless that starts moving up, a company like Praj is not going to benefit. So the long-term horizon is good. The auto book is good. They're doing very well in the engineering segment. But still, for a short term, I don't think anything meaningful would happen. But for a longer term horizon, by long term, I mean maybe 12 to 18 months. That's a good hold. One can even accumulate in a small quantities.
Got that view. We have another query now coming in from Shankar from Tuticorin on Ola Electric. It's a counter that's been in deep trouble, over the last few weeks, and he's Shankar is asking if it's a good time to enter the stock right now for a short-term view. Can it reach 40 in the next 2 quarters? Vaishali, firstly, would you recommend a trade in Ola Electric in general? And if so, would 40 rupees be a target in the next 2 quarters for Shankar?
I would say avoid.
Got
I
it.
would say totally avoid it because this has been quite a disappointment.
Yeah.
But if you have to, then keep 30 as stop loss, and if there is a good bounce, you can see 40 targets.
Got it, and it's a great answer, Vaishali. But we have another query now on WhatsApp. It's again on Keynes Tech, and I'm taking this query again because viewers actually bought it at 5,790. This is Jai Krishnan, writing to us from Kerala, and he's been holding it for the last 1 year. Now he's asking if he should exit right now and buy something like Maruti Suzuki. I already got Rajesh's view. Vaishali, would you recommend this trade? Firstly, exiting Keynes Tech right now, and secondly, buying Maruti at this point?
Definitely, I would concur with that because the trend is definitely down. We saw just a bounce yesterday, but there is no reversal as such. Whereas, as compared to that, Maruti is holding on to a very strong, steady uptrend. And if the view goes right, I think 15,800 would act as a support in Maruti. And we are looking at a projected target of 17,000 to start with. So, my view would be yes, shift.
Well, the other query that's coming in is on Ashok Leyland. Now, Arun Sanji has actually bought it at a very attractive level of 104 rupees per share. Stock's almost at 160. Asking if he should hold on, and he is ready to hold on. So what could a target be to expect on this one? Rajesh, he's sitting at a very decent profits. Should he hold on to it? And is it a good time also to buy given the run up in this counter?
Rather, I would say books profit because it's run up quite a lot. All of the fundamentals have already been discounted. The order book of electric buses and other things have been taken care of. So I think at these levels, one should try booking profits and maybe switch to some other auto names like a Bajaj Auto or a Hyundai. That would be a better bet at this point of time.
Got that view. We have another query now coming in on another key stock, Techno Electric. It's a counter that we do get a lot of queries on. And Raj Gopalan from Chennai is asking if we can buy into it right now for the next 2 to 3 years. Rajesh, coming back to you, would you advise that at the current levels for Techno Electric?
Yes, one can buy for a long-term horizon. Company is doing very well. The order book is great. Even they have a lot of cash in their balance sheet. So it's a buy from our side, but keep a long-term horizon as the gentleman is having. So any long-term investor can invest into this counter.
Well, the other query that we're getting in is from Gautam from USA. He is also a regular viewer. So thanks so much for that, Gautam, for sending in your query today. He wants to invest 10 lakhs in the metal sector for the next 12 to 18 months and asking if he should invest in the commodity of silver or buy into the stocks. Let me get both of your views on this. Vaishali, first to you. Is it advisable to put in such a big amount in this sector for the next 12 to 18 months? What would you recommend in terms of stock picks?
First of all, I would say that distribute your stocks. I mean, it can't be just in silver because silver is already at all-time high. So it can, you can see a dip. So ideal levels to get into silver would be 150. That would be the level. As far as the other stocks are concerned, I think there is still a good upside coming in Hindustan Copper, Hindalco, even Vedanta. So these would be my basket of stocks that I would be focusing on in metal sector.
Got the view, Vaishali, but we have another caller now dialing from Bengaluru. Chandana is dialing for a stock query. Chandana, very good morning and welcome to Ask Profit. What's your query?
Hello, good morning everyone.
Good morning, Chandana.
I had bought PNB, 250 shares at around 124.91. So I wanted to know 1 year outlook.
And Chandana, do you hold any other banking stocks in your portfolio apart from PNB?
No, I don't.
Got it. Let me go across to Rajesh then. Rajesh, PNB at 124. Chandana is currently sitting at a slight loss right now. Your view?
See, the entire PSU basket as such is looking very good with the balance sheets being cleaned up, trade offtake going up is just a matter of time after the recent RBI announcements and all. So I think PNB also is a good hold at this point of time because of the cleaning up of balance sheet and improving of numbers. One can continue to hold. If one wants, even one can buy Bank of Maharashtra or Bank of Baroda at this point of time.
Got that view. We have another query now coming in from Sumit from Delhi. He is holding Anant Raj at 504, so 200 shares at that price. Asking for a 1-year time horizon, and if any other shares that you could suggest as well. Rajesh, again, back to you on Anant Raj. It's a counter that seems to have just lost some of its steam. And data center seems to be a far-fetched opportunity right now, given their time frame and the size of the capacity as well. Should he continue to hold?
I think booking profit at these levels would be a prudent advice because, as you said, data center seems to be a far-fetched, and on the data center story, the counter has run up quite a lot. So it's better to get out of this. Move to some other large cap names at this point of time. Maybe a Reliance or a Larsen would be a better buy. In the mid cap names, as I said, Bank of Maharashtra or Lloyd Metal are good names to go for.
Got that view, but we have a very, very short commercial break. Back on the other side with a lot more stock queries as well. Don't go anywhere.
...2025 has been a tremendous year for markets, money and milestones. And we have tracked it all right here.
As the year winds down, we bring you the big moments, the bold calls.
The stories that shaped your money and the trends that will shape the future.
Goodbye 2025. Get set for 2026. Only on NDTV Profit.
Are you ready for the best show in town? NDTV Golf Pro-Am, we are coming to your city. Stay tuned.
The NDTV Profit has come a long way.
You are the new schools and colleges which people are getting access to education from.
नहीं बढ़िया आपका काम किया आपके तो नाम में प्रॉफिट लगा हुआ भाई.
In the world of money and markets, the real currency is clarity.
So you guys have democratized information, and I think first you seeded the market, now the market is seeding you back out there.
Decisive, discerning, distinct. NDTV Profit isn't just business news.
We are like visiting faculty occasionally who come and get a chance to share what we can, but I think it's a great service.
It's the new language of markets, and the voices that move markets know it. Understand markets, decode money through the masters who shape them.
I think you're trying to get knowledge to smaller cities and towns, making it simple for retail investors. I think what you're doing is also contributing to the Indian capital markets and Indian economy.
When leaders speak of markets, they speak to NDTV Profit.
NDTV Good Times is something that we're supremely excited about.
We just don't want to do live entertainment. We want to create experience for you.
And NDTV Good Times is one of the most marquee and iconic ideas that NDTV came up with.
मेरा जो रिश्ता है एनडीटीवी के साथ वो बहुत बहुत पुराना है.
रहमान. सोनू निगम के लिए जोरदार तालियां.
The NDTV Profit has come a long way since it was relaunched.
I hope you're watching NDTV Profit a lot.
Absolutely, you can come to my office and you can see.
Neeraj, Tamanna and the entire Profit team is also working super hard on building a world-class financial news product. And therefore, it's good that you're watching, and I hope you can see some churn and improvement as well.
No, absolutely. I think the NDTV Profit has come a long way since it was relaunched.
Welcome back to Ask Profit, and thank you for patiently waiting by. Do send in your queries. We're already at 30 queries for the day. We can take a lot more in the next 15 minutes, so do keep sending them, viewers. But we have another stop, before we go on to the few more stocks, Satya Nadella is in New Delhi speaking on Microsoft's roadmap for the new age of AI. Let's listen in.
Using it to change the lives of people and the citizens of this country, the outcomes for organizations of all sizes. Because to me, it always starts with our mission, which is ultimately about empowering every person and every organization on the planet to achieve more. And so what I want to spend some time this morning is all around what's that frontier look like today and where can we take it? Because ultimately, all this tech is only useful if it is able to bend the curve on the outcomes that we all care about. So if you sort of think about any organization, it cares about outcomes, about how are we dealing with our customers and our constituents. How are we internally changing the experience for our own employees to have the increased sense of agency that they can make a difference? And the efficiencies that come by deploying these AI learning systems. And also the pace of innovation inside the organization. Is it going up? And so these outcomes really are what we're after. I would sort of also submit that one of the things that we need to understand is a new framework for how to drive these outcomes. And it starts, quite frankly, with mindset, because in some sense, a deployment of an AI system is actually markedly different than even a previous generation information technology system, because you're deploying a learning system that is continuously getting better. So you need to even have things like, I have to reimagine a process ground up so that I can deploy a learning system inside of that process, versus saying, I'll just automate the existing process, right? So it requires a mindset set shift. That means you need to reskill yourself, to think about things differently. And in order to reskill yourself, you kind of need the everyday tool and the tool chain that allows you to do so. Right. If you think about back in the 90s or in the late 80s, even when we said, we want to change forecasting as a process, the tool chain was Excel, email, and attachments, right? And suddenly forecasting as a process changed, right? So we need to think about what's that equivalent of tool chain that allows us in the AI era to change. And then ultimately the data set, right? Because you really want to bring all of the data to those tools, to that new reimagined process. So that's really what I think the success in this AI era will be defined by. So to motivate this, I'm going to sort of go through what is essentially a tech stack. And I'll walk up this tech stack or walk down the tech stack. In the first place is that everyday tool chain, right? Because if you look back at the PC era, because the last time the real frontier of organizational work really changed when PCs became standard issues in the workplace, right? That was the last time when we could see productivity gains, because we started using digital tools to do information work, what we describe as knowledge work. And every business process in finance, in supply chain, in customer service, in sales, marketing, all rapidly changed. And so we're at that same point right now. So when we think about that experience layer, right, we are building that into what we describe as Copilot, right? We're building Copilots for many domains. In fact, we have a Copilot for consumers. We have Copilot for healthcare, the DAX Copilot. We have information work, which is the Copilot in Microsoft 365. We have for coding and for security. So we're building all of these. So I want to start by talking a little bit about what's the new suite in the office, in the workplace. So what we've done is we've taken the everyday tools that people are using and built the Copilot system into that. And that's, I think, essentially what the Microsoft 365 Copilot does, is it brings the latest and greatest intelligence to where work is happening so that we can help everyone starting to impact their work artifacts, and workflow, right? How does change happen? It doesn't happen by sort of saying AI is somewhere else and I am somewhere else. You have to bring the AI to essentially a bottom-up revolution where everybody is using it all the time to change their organizational frontier. And so that's the purpose of Microsoft 365 and the Copilot and how it's built in. In fact, up to now, we've been captivated by what we think of as a chat interface. And chat interfaces are going to be super critical forever, right? They're going to be there. It's kind of like ultimately we want to have a natural language conversation with AI. But we're going to get even high leverage with agents. And you already see this. Today, if you sort of think about the Copilot experience, it's like I go into work and I'm assigning tasks to agents. One such agent happens to be the researcher. So what is a researcher? It's like a researcher. It goes off and sort of, in fact, we have multiple models underneath a researcher. It comes back with a report and says, I researched this topic for you, right? And another agent we have built is an analyst. An analyst is literally, I can upload multiple or point it to multiple Excel spreadsheets or any other data, and it'll come back with what a data scientist would do, right? So it's an analyst that I have 24/7, right? All times of the day, I have the ability to assign tasks. And then in fact, if you look at what we're doing is we're building agent mode. This became very popular for software development in coding, and I'll talk more about it. But we are bringing what software developers do with agent mode and something like VS Code now to Excel, to Word, to PowerPoint, where you're literally creating work artifacts using AI and completely changing. It's kind of like working with an expert to create and author a document. It's not just, oh, I'm authoring a document. And so these are just everyday agenting experiences that are already there and fundamentally changing and transforming how we work.
Well, that was Satan of Microsoft. It will be a key update that we continue to get you on NDTV Profit. Will have a multilateral impact across sectors, but it's time now, since it is a truncated session, going straight to rapid fire round 2 of Ask Profit for today. Vaishali as well as Rajesh knows the drill. The first question is coming in from Surya from Hyderabad. He's asking if you should accumulate now more of Anupam Rasayan as well as transformers and rectifiers. Rajesh?
Avoid both.
Avoid both, got it. The other ones are Tube Investment and Chola for the next 2 years. Which one to buy, Rajesh?
Both of them.
Got it, Rajesh. The next one's Thermax. Our viewers bought 4,395 rupees per share. So he's sitting at a loss right now. What would you recommend him, Rajesh? Should he wait on for a lot more time?
Go for long term.
Hero Motocorp bought at 4,139. Is it a good time to hold this counter, Vaishali?
Continue holding.
The next one that's coming in is from Hyderabad on Titan. 3,560, good for the next 2 to 4 months, Vaishali?
Hold with the trading stop loss for target of 4,200.
Well, it's topical. Interglobe Aviation, is it a good time to enter, Vaishali? What would you recommend?
Technically, 4,600 is a good support.
Adani Green Energy bought at 1,938. What would you recommend, Vaishali?
Continue holding.
Zentech, Mangaldas is asking, he's bought at 1,612. What should he do, Rajesh?
Hold.
The next one that's coming in again is on Trill at the current price, but he's asking a short-term view. Vaishali?
Add.
Vikram Sola bought 200 shares at 400 rupees. Could he average or buy more right now, Rajesh?
Try to exit at higher levels.
A couple of stocks you would recommend for the next 1 year. He wants to invest 1 lakh rupees. This is Madhu from Hyderabad. Rajesh?
Reliance Industries, Bank of Maharashtra.
The next one is coming in on Websol Energy, a smaller counter. Vaishali, do you track this one? What is your view for the next few months?
Well, it is hold with a stop loss of 85. Look for a target of 110.
BEL bought at 401. What should we do, Rajesh?
Continue to hold.
A tech view on Anantraj bought at 640. What should we do, Vaishali?
Avoid.
Hyundai Motor, is it a good time to buy for the next 1 year, Rajesh?
Buy.
Is it a good time to enter Max Financial Services as well? It's a counter that's doing well, Rajesh.
Add.
The next one, Central Bank of India at 45. Should he continue to hold, Vaishali?
Hold.
ABB at 5,960. What should he do? He's sitting at a loss, Vaishali. Should he continue to hold?
Add.
Finolex Cables at 808. Should he continue to hold, Vaishali?
Hold.
Container Corp bought 200 shares at 512. The next 3-year view, Rajesh.
Add.
Another one that's coming in on Tata Power, 30 shares at 295. Should he hold, Vaishali?
Hold.
Well, that's the end of the second round of the rapid fire. We were able to take in 51 queries, despite getting a lot more perspective on the show today from Misho, from Satyan Nadella, amongst others. So, Vaishali as well as Rajesh, thank you so much for helping us solve all those queries today. A lot more action on the other side on NDTV Profit. We are doing KYC on a key company in the solar space. Watch out for that one. But thanks so much for joining in to Ask Profit. A lot more action on the other side.
...2025 has been a tremendous year for markets, money and milestones. And we have tracked it all right here.
As the year winds down, we bring you the big moments, the bold calls.
The stories that shaped your money and the trends that will shape the future.
Goodbye 2025. Get set for 2026. Only on NDTV Profit.
The most coveted invitation in the Indian corporate golf calendar.